What's My Line? Brought to you by Polygrip, the cream adhesive that grips your dentures, holds them firm, keeps them firm. Polygrip. And now let's all play What's My Line? And now, live from New York, let's meet our What's My Line panel. First, the delightful star of stage and television, Miss Arlene Francis.
And now a gentleman who has an absolutely hilarious album out called Bododio Do, or Bovodio Do, if you like. Mr. Tony Randall.
Now, a charming young lady who is particularly radiant this evening because this week she passed her doctoral exam at Columbia University in political science, Miss Sue Oakland.
As for the man on my left, at home my children adore his riddle book. At school my colleagues use his dictionary. At parties people talk about his bestsellers. He's the talk of the nation. Random House publisher Bennett, Cerf.
Well, last night, ladies and gentlemen, my wife and I went all the way down to Miami Beach, Florida, to see Frank Sinatra. And it was worth it because it was the final performance he gave down there at the Fontainebleau Hotel. And there are no substitutes for authority and perfection. He has them when he sings a song. And we have a panel moderator, and it's not as easy a job as it looks, who I think also represents authority and perfection in his field. I mean that. And here he is, John Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Bennett. During the week, I got a letter from Bennett. I've had the pleasure of an invitation to join the Peabody Award Committee. And Bennett's the chairman of that committee. I got a letter on Wednesday that said he was glad to see me coming on the committee because they'd needed a fathead for some time. What a man. What a man. Sue, nice to see you again, and Tony Randall and Arlene. Polka dot, Arlene. Except those are not those. Is that polka dot when they're as big as that?
Anything you want to call them is all right with me.
All right. Thank you, honey. But I tell you what, I got a little surprise for you. Put your masks on. Because we're going to have two mystery guests tonight, and it'll be necessary and requisite that you be masked immediately. Bennett, put your mask on. As you know, when we have mystery guests, we have a different form of questioning. That will also obtain. And as soon as your masks are all in place, we can get on the ball. Are they all in place now?
Yes,
Yes,
right.
sir.
Well, our first mystery challenger, please enter and sign in. All right, panel. You've been reminded, one question at a time, in turn moving clockwise, and we'll begin things with Sue Oakland.
Can I take it that you're in some business other than show business?
Yes.
Mr. Cerf?
You are a lady, are you not?
Yes.
Miss Francis?
Are you associated with some branch of the government? No.
One down and 9 to go, Mr. Randall.
Your voice is ever cool, lovely, and low, cool. I can't remember the line. From King Lear, an excellent thing in a woman. We would know you if our masks were off. Is that right?
Yes.
Are you in sports?
No.
2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Are you in one of the arts?
Yes.
Miss Francis?
Have you recently written a book? Yes.
Mr. Randall?
I'm illiterate. Is it a book of fiction?
Yes.
Miss Oakland?
Oh, dear. Is it are you an American?
Yes.
Mr. Cerf?
Just to play it safe, was this book published by Random House of Connaught? I didn't hear any answer.
We're thinking, Bennett.
No.
That's 3 down and 7 to go, Miss Francis.
Just hoping that.
Well, since there was such a problem in that decision, was it published perhaps by another name that is associated with Random House or Knopf?
Yes.
Mr. Randall.
Is writing books your regular line of work?
Now it is.
That's a very good answer. Now it is. Miss Oakland?
I think my ear detects something. Have you written a absolutely lollapalooza of a bestseller?
Yes.
Are you Jacqueline Susann?
Yeah. That is right. Now, we'll let you be the judge.
Yeah, I didn't know what to say because Random House does distribute my book.
Yes, it's published by Bernard Geis.
Yeah.
We're just very fortunate to be the distributors of the book, which seems to sell about 5,000 copies a day.
You know that today is a very special day.
Why so?
It's my year's anniversary of being on the bestseller list today.
It's 1 solid year. Isn't that wonderful, Jack? Congratulations. That's the way to do it. When you write that first book, I always say that's the way to do it.
Oh, thank you.
Can you teach me the secret?
I'd like to teach myself a secret for the next one.
Well, we hope the next one is just as big as this one.
Thank you so much.
Nice to have you. We'll have another contestant for you in just a moment after this word. And now to meet our next challenger. Would you enter and sign in, please? Gale. Mutrix, right? Is it Miss or Mrs. Mutrix?
Mrs.
Mrs. Mutrix, and where are you from?
New York City.
New York City. All right, Mrs. Mutrix, may I present the panel? Now, will you join me over here, and we'll let the audience in the theater and the audience at home know exactly what your line is. All right. Panel, we can tell you that Mrs. Mutrix is salaried, and I think it's fair to say that she deals in both a service and a product. And we'll begin things with Bennett Cerf.
Mrs. Mutrix, does that ravishing pair of pajamas, or whatever you call them, that you're wearing have anything to do with the service that you perform or the product that you represent?
No.
Nothing at all?
Nothing at all. 1 down and 9 to go, Miss Francis.
Well, I presume it would be a good idea to go for the product, even if it isn't the pajamas, Bennett. Is it a product that any of us on the panel might use?
Yes.
Is it a product that comes in contact with the body?
Yes.
Is it something other than apparel?
Yes.
When it comes in contact with the body, does it come in contact from the neck up?
Yes.
Would you say it comes in contact with the area of the head?
Yes.
Does it have anything whatsoever to do with hair?
No.
That's 1 down, 2 down, and 8 to go, Mr. Randall.
In other words, it comes in contact with the body between the hairline and the chin line. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Smashing.
I have 3 organs to choose from.
Neither.
I forgot yours. Well, may I assume you are not a nose specialist of any kind?
Yes.
I may assume that. You touch people, the product touches people on the face.
Yes.
Is it touch one sex more than the other?
No.
It is now a reasonable presumption that this does not, but we do not have any exact figures which would guarantee the authenticity of the answer. At 3 down and 7 to go, Miss Oakland.
And the whole mod look is a decoy, and we can ignore that. That has nothing to do with your product. We've ruled that out. We didn't rule out edible products. Is it, in any sense, consumed?
Yes.
Yes. Is it something that might be called a food, then?
Yes.
It's a food.
Well, this is an area about which I feel that we should probably have, you know,
going to
good
clarify
deal of
things a
care.
bit?
No, I'm afraid if anything I said would help you too much, but we are being very generous in giving you affirmative answers in the...
In other words, it's not nourishing.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in the position of saying that. We will agree that there is food value.
Food element in this.
If you count calories, you'd have to count a few.
Is the food, is the nourishing part of it animal rather than vegetable?
No.
No.
That makes it 4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Miss Mutrix, is the food then a solid rather than a liquid?
No.
Oh, it's a liquid.
5 down and 5 to go, Miss Francis.
Is the product sold at bars?
Yes.
Is it something other than alcoholic?
No.
6 down and 4 to go, Mr. Randall.
But you're too young. I'm appalled. I figure out you must be a bartender and mix booze for people.
Nope. 7 down and 3 to go, Miss Oakland.
I knew it. Oh, well.
You yourself handle some alcoholic beverage?
Yes.
But it has nothing to do with what Mr. Randall suggests in the sense of mixing or shaking or pouring or... Serving. Bennett, thank you. You're, a cocktail waitress with the top on.
That's good.
No.
8 down and 2 to go, Mr. Cerf.
You are somehow or other involved in the dispensing of these drinks, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But not bartending and not as a waitress of any kind?
No.
That's right.
Do you...
You're a lush.
In the connection in your work, do you have to, as part of the job, imbibe some of this liquid at any time yourself?
Some.
Let me say that this would be something that there would be an element of discretion. Mrs. Mutrix might, as others who perform the same function might, ingest a bit, yes.
Well, can we get down to the liquid? Is it anything to do with either beer or ale?
No.
9 down and 1 to go, Miss Francis.
Well, does it have to do with wine?
Yes.
Are you a sommelier? Do you taste wine?
Yes.
Yes.
I taste wine?
Well,
Well, throw that over. You had it. What was the word you said about sommelier?
sommelier, but you have to
That's
taste
it.
it.
Mrs. Mutrix is the Herb Evans restaurant here in New York, and she is the wine steward. And recently you started this, huh?
About 6 months ago.
About 6 months ago, and
a
she
nice
is...
girl like that gets started in that kind of a business.
Oh, that's a very dignified business.
yes.
Bennett knows a great deal more about this than I do. But I've always felt that there were 2 kinds of sommeliers. There were those who tasted a little bit, and then there were I call the cork sniffers.
Oh, yeah.
John, have you got statistics to prove that statement?
No, I never offer any statistical base of any kind whatsoever under any circumstance where it can be avoided. But you are going to, you're a pending member of the Sommelier Society.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have one question that I've always wanted to ask any wine steward. They pour our little wine into that brass cup that hangs around their necks. And they keep drinking out of it. And the different kinds of wines are all in it, so everything must taste the same.
No, they rinse them out.
They rinse it
I've
out.
never seen them rinse it out.
Well,
You go to
right at
wrong
the
place.
table. No, I think we should also know that Mrs. Mutrix goes to Hunter College in the days and is a junior and is majoring in
Art history.
So, good luck with the major, good luck with the degree, and good luck as a wine steward. Nice to see you. We'll meet tonight's mystery guest in just a moment, but first... Now we come to the special feature of our program, the appearance of our mystery challenger, our second mystery challenger tonight, for which, once again, the panel must be blindfolded. Are the blindfolds all in place, panel?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good. Will you enter mystery challenger and sign in, please? All right, panel, as you know, Once again, we revert to one question at a time, in turn moving clockwise, and we will begin things with Arlene Francis.
Are you appearing on the Broadway scene? Mm-mm.
That's 1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Randall.
I had the feeling that 2 people started to answer. Is that so?
Nope. That is a no. That click means no. That's 2 down and 8 to go.
John, or what is that?
Beg pardon? What did you say, Bennett?
That clicking noise.
What did you say? Is that what?
So was your teeth clicking.
Why? A fathead. Well. No, that clicking noise means no for the moment, and a bell ringing will mean yes for the moment. Sue?
So as to not be able to determine sex, I gather. One is not a bird.
Well, you've had one answer with a voice.
One is a girl. Is it more than 2?
Is it more than 2?
Oh, I thought... Oh, I see. I mean, the bell and the click...
I got a no for saying, are there 2 people there?
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's movies that you specialize in.
That's yes and no, but, you know, that's one of the big areas of activity. Mr. Cerf?
Is your voice so very, very well known that we would recognize it immediately if you used it?
That's yes. Miss Francis?
Well, are you in a picture that is soon to open in New York?
3 down, 7 to go, Mr. Randall. That's a no.
That's a no.
Are you equally well known as a television performer?
I would say yes. Miss Oakland?
Do you sing and dance?
Mr. Cerf?
You both sing and dance. Have you been around for quite a while?
You mean in the New York area? That's a yes, Miss Francis.
Well, are you do you appear in nightclubs?
Mr. Randall?
You sing, you dance, you're funny, you've been around a long while.
And I'll sweep up the stage.
Senator Dirksen?
I'm sorry I have to give you a no. I'm sorry I have to give you Miss Oakland.
Now, I just want to recapitulate. Did we rule out that this person, I assume is a lady, is not appearing on the Broadway stage now?
We agreed that our
Not.
guest was not appearing on the Broadway stage right now. That's right.
I see. When you were on television, did you have a series? I mean, one a week kind of thing. Yes.
Mr. Cerf?
That voice can belong to only one lady in the world, and that is Judy Garland.
That was fun.
I've never been so disappointed in my life. I was certain I was right.
You mean Senator Dirksen? No, you can't do that.
I'll talk to you later.
But needless to say, we are all very much wishing to offer our congratulations and our pleasure in the reason why you're in New York tonight. It must have been a lovely wedding, and we certainly hope for your daughter a long and happy life and lots of children.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
She's a very pretty and a very talented girl.
Very nice girl.
A nice girl.
And I adore my son-in-law.
That's a good way to start things off, I must say. And awfully sweet of you to give us some of a Sunday night, because I know when you're in New York...
It's fine. I do sound a bit like Senator somebody. I have the flu, which is not unusual, I hear, and they're dropping like flies, people.
Well, we do have a spate of it in New York now. It's running
they have it in
riot all over
California,
the
too.
place.
They always have it in California.
Right. Well,
thank you, John.
Thank you
And I
very
think I
much.
was supposed to mention a picture I'm going to do.
You do that.
Valley of the Dolls.
Oh, that's something. That's yours.
I'm the only one in the book that doesn't take pills.
Well, congratulations, panel. That was well done. We'll have another contestant after this. And now for a final contestant. Will you enter and sign in, please? Jean Lenning. All righty. We have just a little time, panel, but I think this is a very interesting occupation. You should try it. Would you tell us where you're from?
I'm from England.
And is it Miss or Mrs.?
Miss Lanning.
Miss Lanning from England. That's our panel. Will you join me now, and we'll let the audience in the theater and the audience at home know exactly what your line is. All right. Panel, we can tell you that Miss Lanning is self-employed and deals in a product, and we'll begin things with Tony Randall.
Incidentally, you're our second left-handed contestant this evening, Miss Lanning. For what it's worth, just throw it in. Is this a product that's found in the home?
Yes.
Is it found more in one part of the house than another?
No, you'd find it anywhere.
1 down and 9 to go, Miss Oakland.
Is it considered useful rather than just pleasing to the eye?
I think very useful.
Could I use it?
Yes.
Would I be more likely to use it than Bennett, say?
No, I think you'd both enjoy using it.
No, I couldn't see. I didn't see. Oh, 2 down, 8 to go, Miss
Said
Cerf.
no to that?
No, well, I see, we couldn't say that either one of you might use it. It would depend pretty much on your own wishes, you know?
Why'd you give her a no for that?
Because I put it the wrong way.
I see. Miss Lanning, is this product consumable?
No.
3 down and 7 to go, Miss Francis.
Is it a product that would be in evidence if people came into the house?
Very much so.
Is it, would it be found on a table?
No, definitely not.
No, don't think we can do that. 4 down, 6 to go, Mr. Randall.
Is it part of the household furnishings?
Yes, could be.
With your permission, I'll change that to a no. As we define furnishings here, we would not consider it an article of furniture. Miss Oakland?
Is it quite large, then? I mean, too...
Yes.
Yes, too large to put on the average table, say.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Does it have any living elements?
Oh, yes.
Oh, is it alive, then?
Very much.
Is it an animal of some
Yes.
kind? Is it not normally found domesticated?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
It is.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
It's domesticated.
6 down, 4 to go,
Miss
Miss
Lanning,
Cerf.
is this a 4-legged animal?
Yes.
Is it either the dog or cat family?
Yes.
Good
Dog
thinking.
family?
Yeah.
Yes.
Particular kind of dog?
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of terrier or poodle?
No.
No, 7 down. Tonight's going, though, Bennett. 7 down, 3 to go.
Are we supposed to
guess
guess
the
the kind of
prop. Yeah,
dog?
just see if you-
Corgi?
No, we
No.
couldn't get up on the table. Now, what's the first thing?
A Saint Bernard?
A sheepdog.
No, well, you're on the
Great
thing.
Dane.
Great Dane is right. Miss Lanning raises Great Danes. She's so expert in this field. She's written a book on them and is here with us, happily, tonight because she came to America to do the judging at the Baltimore Dog Show, where they had how many Great Danes?
60 Great Danes.
And now, as I say goodnight, let me tell you
Victor
something.
Borger?
Something also very interesting.
Hamlet.
Miss Lanning appeared on What's My Line in Great Britain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when it was on there. Thank you very much, ma'am. It was nice to have you with us.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Sue Oakland, Mr. Tony Randall, it's nice to have you as the guests on the panel. Arlene, it's a joy. It restores me for the week coming. And Bennett, after what you said tonight, I can't be unkind. So good night, Arlene, friend.
Good night, and bo-do-de-o-do to you, dear boy.
Good night, Sue.
Good night, Tony, and good night, dear Bennett.
And what I said about perfection, Judy Garland's got it, too. Don't you think so?
Oh, spades. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I must say you were all very good tonight, because we thought using clippers and bells, things, we'd fool you all together, and you were all very good to be with us, and thanks for being with us on What's My Line.